dice roll on the screen. He tries to get them.
That's great. Okay, let me get this kicked into gear then. Here.
I was really excited because Grodus and I spent a good amount of time over the break working on fleshing out our characters together a little bit more.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
Progress on that?
Oh yeah,
Good.
it's yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
All right.
Just you wait. It's gonna be fun.
So, well, Riz, since you were in Fantasy Grounds first, check us up a 100. And we'll
Okay.
get kicked off with that.
Chuck it
I
up.
must detangle myself.
From Cat.
Yes.
It's hard sometimes.
He's under the blanket between my legs, but not laying still because he doesn't think he needs to.
Of course.
It is cat. They do what they want.
Okay. I forget. How do I do this?
The
They
100s,
move.
the it should be the far rightmost dice. It's the one that you can see like 20, 0, 0, 80, that one.
Oh,
the
okay.
train.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought I needed to like right click.
It used
and...
to
You
be.
used to have to do that.
Yeah, they changed it in an update at some point. So you were the 8. Let's see here. I'm gonna have you re-roll just because this one is not very applicable yet. Okay, let's see, 36. Okay. This is an interesting one. Alright. Let's see. Raz. Conquer.
You don't have to ask. I'll tell you. 3 inches, but it doesn't grow when I lie.
Very valuable information.
Of course.
That's my nose. That's my nose.
I will try not to get you into any situations like the fucking weird old lady in the Strahd campaign forever ago. Jesus. That was a wild time.
That was so long ago.
That was so long ago. Okay, so the question is, what would be your character's like favorite genre of music? Or, you know, if your character had a theme song, what do you think it would like be? That sort of thing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
It's pretty obvious for I'm a honker.
Then in the clowns.
Yeah, it's the genre would be circus music. It is literally in my soul.
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
I don't know.
Okay, I think I have an answer if you need some time to think.
Alright, fire away.
Okay, so I don't really have a genre, but a song.
Mm-hmm.
Russ thinks she's pretty badass, but we all know she's kind of mediocre. But in her head, she's badass. So, Led Zeppelin's "Immigrant Song."
Good choice. All right.
To be honest, Maz, if she had to have a favorite genre of music,
Mm-hmm.
it would probably be like trap, electronica, experimental music. Just like really loud and obnoxious. That no one really likes or understands except for her.
Okay.
That is so perfect.
I like it. All right, good stuff. Okay, so and we touched on it a hair, but does anyone recall what all we got up to last time? Here's a map to help.
I know we went to the Hermitage and went inside and kind of got our asses kicked, but I don't remember why we went there or what was going on.
Okay.
Moss had a spiritual experience with the Great Ronka.
That's true. That's true.
Changed your life, didn't it?
No, it just affirmed everything that she already knew.
So, in terms of the Hermitage, so in the course of the various things you've gotten into in the last few sessions, like you keep seeing like stuff referencing the god that's worshipped here at the Hermitage, like the symbol of Gazra. You've seen come up in some places. The crazy lady, the crazy environmentalist lady who has, killed your ringleader and stuff like that. She had that symbol on her bag. You keep hearing stuff about like some, Hermitage seems to have something strange going on. And the mayor had gone up to the Hermitage to talk with a friend of his who ran it, because like he didn't he'd known this friend for years. He didn't really think that his friend could be involved in whatever this business is. And so you guys went up here to go try to investigate, busted in, saw the mayor, Mayor Abram, getting beat the fuck up by some dudes. And you guys tried to rescue him. You got in a bit of a fight. He got dragged off through some door to the north, a little bit further into the Hermitage where you guys were at. And you guys, tucked tail and ran because things were not looking too hot. And in the wake of this, you guys got back to your big tent successfully. Got treated, got healed up. We're trying to figure out what to do, and decided that getting some friends to help would probably be a good idea, and decided to go to the Mad Mug and see if like the local kind of ruffians would be interested at all in helping. And you did manage to successfully convince them to come along, for the good of the town. To kind of try to figure out what's up with the Hermitage, since things seem to be not going great and you're not entirely sure what. So yeah, last we left off, you guys are, I think you guys had set up to meet with them. I believe the plan was to, approach the Hermitage, and I think we might have still been working out some of the details of the approach. Yeah, I think that's about where we stopped, just because, you guys have been there once, so, clearly they probably know that somebody's nosing around. And there aren't really a whole lot of options, it seems, in terms of access, since this thing's, like, carved into the side of a cliff. But yeah, it was, kind of leading up to the assault on the Hermitage with your local punchy gang friends as backup.
Well, here's hoping one of my new feats comes in handy for getting some information. I took a feat to help make getting information about cults and secret organizations easier.
Nice.
Basically, if I remember right, I think it's that I get to roll an occultism check instead of like diplomacy or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it says. As you can use occultism in place of diplomacy to gather information about such groups. And if you belong to such groups, you automatically recognize members of your group unless they are specifically trying to hide from you. So, interesting. All right.
I think we were kind of brainstorming about. I think we were wanting to do something to maybe get them outside.
I think so. That sounds familiar.
Which I was gonna see if like I could create some kind of disturbance with my alchemist stuff, but then I wanted to get my new stuff in, so that's where we ended.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do we have a human cannonball in our circus?
You have a
Aren't they
dwarven
dwarves?
cannonball, 4 of them.
I think technically Grotus also likes being shot out of a cannon.
Curtis just likes anything that's reckless. That's what I love about him.
What a scamp.
You just know when he does finally die.
Little rascal.
Yeah, at least whenever Grotus goes, you bet your butt it's going to be fucking entertaining, I'm sure.
It's gonna be the most beautiful obituary you've ever read.
We'll tie his remains to like a shit ton of fireworks.
Send him to
Dream
space
bike
in a
funeral.
big balloon.
I'm so sad that Grotus isn't here right now.
Yeah, that sucks. I hope he... That sounds pretty bad if he's going to be holed up for that long recovering. Jesus. Ouchies.
4.
Yeah.
4 breaks.
4 breaks. Damn. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have to hear the tale from him whenever he's back.
Not hairlines.
Oh. Fuck. Ow.
Want to see pictures?
I want to. I love fractures.
Ooh.
I'm good. I don't need to see anything.
I just seen the X-ray and I found it very interesting to look at.
Damn.
Damn,
There's
now
no
I
mind
really
to
want
share,
to.
but yeah, it's good.
Wow. All right. So, so with let me grab the other couple of people that are with you and put them on the map as well. And at the moment, you guys aren't like literally right outside the door. We'll assume you're kind of like a little ways away from the Hermitage.
Okay, good. I was gonna ask because I thought we were getting together to plan.
Yeah, I'm just putting you guys on the map. So you got you 4, and you got these 4 from the ruffian group. You got Piranha 2 Punch. You have a couple of her just kind of little goon dudes, and also Violet, who is always with Piranha and is a goat.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Battle goat.
Okay, I do have a few questions to help with this planning thing.
Sure.
First one, do we know about how many people normally reside in this hermitage?
That is a good question.
I mean, of course, there may be more if some weird shit's going on, but
Yeah. Let's see. Let me have you roll a. I'd say maybe a society check.
okay.
That seems like that would fit.
Well, that sucked.
Okay.
I'm gonna hero point that because this is important.
Okay. Yeah, you guys do have those.
What a bitch! How did we manage to get the same roll twice?
Oh. Oof. So, like the Hermitage, in terms of how many people live there, like you've tried asking around in town, as you guys have been, resting up, healing up, kind of recuperating yourselves, and kind of figuring out where to go from here. You're not able to really get a good, solid answer because most of the people in town haven't really seen a lot of the Hermitage. Like there's that kind of front area that you guys went into. Most people have only really gone in that front area just for like some kind of basic offerings and things. Some have been maybe a little bit further into some of the more shrine things that are in there, but there's a lot of this hermitage that the general public hasn't really seen, and they just don't really know a lot of details. Like, they know about Harlock, who is the guy who runs the place, friend of the mayor, and they know that he's there, and they seen other hermits from there that come and go getting supplies from the town. But yeah, it's kind of a mystery. Like, they keep to themselves. They're out there on the side of the cliff. People go to worship, and yeah, there's a lot
The
of stuff.
hermits keep to themselves?
I know.
No.
Who would have thought?
Okay, and then my second question: does this town have anybody that makes fireworks?
Fireworks.
This will make sense in a minute. In case there's a big celebration.
I feel like, in terms of fireworks, I don't know about people in town that necessarily make them, but I would say that there are probably some people in the circus that know how. Probably the dwarven throwers, since they're into explosives in certain ways. They would probably know how to make such things. You probably get supplies for them in town.
Okay. Because I feel like maybe like shooting off a shit ton of fireworks might be a good way to get them outside, because none of my alchemist stuff really goes like big boom.
Like big boom, yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you shoot a few into the door, then they'll definitely come outside.
Or they might go deeper in.
Do you gotta kill my buzz?
I'm trying to plan here, and my plans don't always work out, so I'm trying really hard.
That's a pretty good idea.
Actually,
Shoot.
dude. So, like, not to derail, but like, I was looking this up.
Mm-hmm.
That is a whole archetype now for Pathfinder, is fireworks technician.
God damn it.
And they exist as an item and everything in this new Guns and Gears book.
Huh.
There's a
Yeah,
whole bunch of fireworks stuff in there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
Well, the Dwarven Throwers probably bothered to pay Paizo for access to that book, and so they know some shit.
Okay. That is about all I got for ideas so far for this. So if anybody else would like to jump in.
Fire go boom.
I like when things go boom.
Did I get one? Oh, I did get that one. I do have Guns and Gears.
We'll just keep Honker at a safe distance.
Is there a magical bubble we can put him in to keep him safe?
A magical. Let's see. Would this be? I guess that'd be like an
Yeah,
item, wouldn't
we'll
it?
have him in
Fire.
Gross's arms.
Because, I love fire and blowing shit up, but I also love my friend Honker, and I don't want him to be set ablaze.
Okay, so it's part of the alchemist crafting. You have to be trained in fireworks lore.
Fireworks lore.
That's a hell of a lore to be trained in.
And then, yeah, this is a whole alchemist subclass, and it's like all based around fireworks displays.
That is so cool.
Oh my god.
Like comet, flower, salute, or special types.
I have so much fun with that.
So
This is glorious. Kill I'm Honker. Kill him now.
so I went and was looking in like the items that
Well,
were
we are
in
about
here.
to set a lot of stuff on fire, so.
You could die.
I was looking in the items here for fireworks, and it came up with this thing called a firework pogo, which is a vehicle that can be driven, and it moves exclusively via jumping. It has alchemical jump jets, and it leaps 20 feet horizontally or 10 feet vertically. And when the pilot recklessly drives the firework pogo, it emits bursts of flames on launch that deal fire damage in like a radius around it. It's like an unstable explosive vehicle.
There's a firework pogo stick.
Well,
That's amazing.
it's not a pogo stick. It's like a box. It's 5 foot long, 5 feet wide, 5 foot high. It's piloted by one person. It's a vehicle with like fucking alchemical rocket engines.
So it's a pogo stick with rockets.
It's basically like a jumping mechanical frog suicide box.
So it's Torta.
I mean, I like most of those words.
Oh my god, that's wild.
I have a feeling like this is going to be the most like ADHD unhinged session we've had in a while.
That sounds great. I'm down for zany capers.
I love this rabbit hole we've gone down.
I mean, this campaign's like a bunch of clowns and other weird assorted things that you wouldn't think went together. So,
literally,
I am here for bonkers action.
So I can.
But are you here for honkers?
I'm here for honker action as well.
I can make the sound of 4 humans shouting.
Okay, that's something.
So basically, we're just gonna make a hell out of a noise.
Gonna go out here and create a hootenanny.
And then what? They come outside, and what do we do then?
Then we kill them.
Then we send in the goat.
Okay, you laugh, but all I'm thinking is Monty Python and the Holy Grail and the bunny.
Right. They just come outside. We'll just have Violet, the goat, just out in front of the door, just there.
I love it.
Okay, so here's what we do. I agree. This is the plan. I will summon. If we have some cloth, I can summon a goat-shaped unseen servant. And then we can get it in front of the door. And then we can make a lot of noise. And then when they come out, Grotus can start punching them.
I mean, if you need cloth, just take some of Grotus's clothes. He's not going to care.
He probably feels the less clothes he has on, the better. It's more freeing.
I mean, he's not wearing much as it is.
This is
I mean,
true.
you guys live in like you guys live near a giant ass tent. There's plenty of cloth.
Yeah, we're a traveling circus. There's definitely fucking cloth.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay, all right. So we got loud noises, ghost, goat, distraction, violence. Okay.
I feel like that's probably good, but that we also probably overlooked something.
Okay.
I'm
So-
just here for the fire.
So, at least in terms of like the exterior of this place, it's like you've got like on the map there you got there's this whole kind of big open like cliff area. There's those double doors that go in. And this kind of small structure that then leads into the cliff that doesn't really have any windows. So, are you thinking like post up on like either side of this door and these little kind of like the right to the north and to the south of that door behind that corner, and then just like flank them?
Probably. But my thought also, I mean, obviously not everybody's going to come out at once.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Yeah, do we just keep, like, killing them and putting them to the side and then, like, hope another group comes out? Or just rush in after the initial group is done with? What are your guys' thoughts?
Popcorn rules. We wait until there's a long enough lull and then we go in. Like when you wait 5 seconds to make sure all the popcorn has stopped popping.
Okay.
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 I think that's a good idea.
Okay. All right.
I would think
So-
that there'd probably be the first wave, and then maybe when they don't come back, maybe a second wave. But I'm just speculating on that.
Okay.
Grotus speaks up and he says, well, I mean, if we kill the first wave, then we may as well go in and just kill the rest of them. They probably have some good alcohol in there they're hiding.
Well, my thought is just like I feel like the more we can lure outside gives us a little bit more of an advantage. Whereas when we're inside, they know the building, they know where they can hide, strategic points of attack. We go in blind basically. So that was just my thought of get as many outside as possible. And of course we don't know how many are in there.
Yeah.
I mean, last time we barely got in and we got our asses almost whooped, so.
True.
But did you die though?
No, but I almost did.
Got better. All right. So, I guess that being the case, we want to put this into action and see what comes out, I guess. Seems like we had a decent plan.
I mean, I'm a little scared, but yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay. So, in terms of... So, go ahead and, position yourselves around this door however you see fit, and I'll move the other 4 people after you guys put yourselves wherever you want to go.
Okay, so there's 8 of us.
There's 8 of you. Oh, here, let me unlock the tokens.
So 4 on each side of the door.
Yep.
Conquer, I would suggest you stay in the back.
Okay. We'll put Piranha and Violet over here. A couple of ruffians up here. Okay.
I gotta move 10 feet closer. There we go.
Let me see if I can adjust this at all. 1 second. Just realized I needed to fix something with these dudes real quick. Let's see. Okay. There we go. All right. So, starting with the goat and the noises, is that what it was?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay. So, Honker, you summon this distraction goat in front of the door, and it's, I guess it's an unseen. Like, is that even visible? Is it?
That's why we need the cloth.
Oh, that's why we need the cloth. Okay,
The
that
ghost
makes
goat.
sense. Okay, we put the cloth on the invisible goat. Okay, spooky. In front of the door, and then we have, we'll say that you were able to procure some firework devices from the dwarves. We got Honker with shouting going off. Okay, I assume, Braz, are you shooting off the fireworks, I assume?
Yeah, I would assume that would be my responsibility.
Okay. Alright. So you guys are posted up around this door. Ghost, goat, up. Fireworks going off, so you light one up, and it kind of shoots up, the side. This cliff goes up pretty high above you. And, it goes up kind of along this cliff, explodes, and, like, the sound of it kind of echoes for a bit around this little, kind of somewhat surrounded cliff area, and then, kind of out over the ocean. It's pretty loud, especially since it, like, echoes right off the cliff face that's, like, above you guys. It almost kind of hurts your ears a little bit when it goes off. But it is, like I said, it's significantly loud. And you kind of press your backs up against the wall on either side of the door here. And after a moment, you do see the door open. And a couple of these... Add them in here. A couple of these human folks that you guys had seen before come running out of the front of the door. Make them visible. Here's one. Here's the other one. They come out. They kind of pause, confused by this goat under a sheet. One of them kind of walks up towards it to, kind of makes to go lift the cloth off of whatever it is. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. Since I assume we're probably jumping.
I'm prone. I'm Honker's prone.
Okay, so you're down there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Honker's laying on the ground. Like, we can look. He's looking at the door, but not moving at all.
Okay. So I would say just because we're we're kind of doing a surprise attack here. I'm gonna give you four a quick little round to get off some stuff just on surprise, and then we'll go into this order that happened. So I guess for this, I'll just go in the same order that you guys are right now, and then we'll get into their movements. So I guess Honker then. What are you doing over there?
I'm Honker. He will just lay there and then very quietly make a goat noise. And attempt to daze one of these fellers. All right.
Saved versus
and then he will. This is a full turn or just one thing? All three actions, or
I would say for this, since it's a surprise, probably just one. So we'll give each of you a one action do a thing, and then we'll go into a proper turn.
Okay. That'll be me then.
Okay. So stun attempt. Let's see. So next up would be Braz.
Okay. Whoa. Hold on, my map's being fucky.
Oop. Let me know if I need to reshare it or anything.
No, it's just I was trying to change my view a little and I scrolled too far and then it got dumb. Let's see. Well, I can't really move my token where I want it to be, but I would probably kind of, since I'm small, I'd probably kind of sneak in next to Grotus, but next to the wall, so that I can get closer to that guy right at the door.
Okay.
So that I attack him when it's when
Yeah,
we
I
go
mean,
into-
you got room to like get up there and smack him if you want. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna move all the way up just because I don't want to sit on the wall, but I would be next to Grotus.
Okay.
Is moving and attacking two separate actions?
Technically, but I'll allow it just because we're doing this little weird surprise attack thing.
Okay, then I'll take away him with my club then.
Oof.
Damn.
Damn. All right. Maz.
Maz is gonna Maz is gonna use acid splash on this dude.
All right. Damn.
What?
Hey, let's get these bad rolls out of the way.
Right. Indeed. All right, Grotus.
Artist will step up and just kind of be like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? I didn't expect you here," and stumble into one of these humans and miss.
Damn it.
Damn.
What is happening?
Oh my god. Okay. Let me see here.
Their hit is just so high.
Yeah, they're kind of nasty. Okay, so start of the order with one of these guys. The guy in the front, the gun further out, who kind of gone towards the goat. A couple of you have taken some swings. Grotus tried to kind of stumble towards him and miss. This guy raises his shield, and let's see, is this a... Yeah, he raises his shield, and he tries to strike at Grotus here. Let's see here. Oof. Come on. Target him. There we go. Misses. All right.
At least they're getting bad rolls too.
Yeah, at least they're getting bad rolls too. Which brings us to the real goat, Violet, who like Piranha kind of lets out this shout and says, "Get him, Violet!" And this goat rushes out, kind of between Piranha and Maz down here, and smashes into this human warrior here by the door, and
Yeah.
hits. Nice. All right, gets a good whack in the guy's ass with the horns, and she also does another attack once she's in there, trying to bite at him. Nice, also hits. What is? Hold on, what is this? Oh, I'm not sure how this would work. So this goat has a thing called Eat Anything, which is if it does a successful attack with its bite, it can also deal the same amount of damage to the target's armor or shield, ignoring its hardness.
I mean, goats can chew through.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of I guess would that like decrease his like AC or something? Like I think how it would work.
Well, the shield take the damage. Like,
Well,
if you have
this guy
shield
didn't
up,
have
it-
his shield up. The other guy has a shield up. This guy
Okay.
doesn't. So he'd be like taking it to himself. So I guess maybe that would like decrease his AC. I guess that's the only way I can think of to like have that do a thing. It's like kind of eating his armor off.
What a badass goat.
That's fucking great. Let me see if can I let me edit this. Let me see if I can edit this. Yeah, let me see if this works. I'm gonna adjust his AC. This will say some of his armor got eaten by this goat. Wow.
The goat eats rocks and it's off time to practice.
It's fucking hard ass goat. Let's see.
I want to party with the goat.
Don't think I need to adjust anything else here. Okay, well, we'll see if that works. Parts of his armor got eaten. This goat may come in very handy.
Oh god, this goat is...
The goat is the secret weapon that you didn't know you had.
Maz is
Goat's
now
gonna be the only
wondering
one that
what
survived.
she can manage to feed this goat.
Right. All right, Honker.
Honker will say, "Try again, Goatus. I know you can do it." And inspire courage on him.
Okay.
And then he will reach out and use chill touch on the warrior number 18.
Okay. Oh, and he succeeds against that save. Does that still do anything?
Him.
I guess with a crit
No.
save, probably not.
Not good for us, but...
Indeed. Anything else? I think you still got one more action.
Nope, that's 3 actions.
Oh, is that one take 2? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Good try, Hunker.
Okay. Human warrior here that gotten bonked on by the goat. It turns around, tries to target Violet here. Raises a shield. And then tries to poke at the goat with the trident. Misses.
Oh, thank
Ooh! Crits.
I'm like emotionally invested in this goat now.
Right?
So much.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Did you just kill the goat there?
I think
DM?
I think we killed the goat.
There's no we.
Hey.
This is you.
Yeah, this is you.
This
You
is me.
killed the goat.
Damn. Okay.
You got us emotionally invested in this animal and then you killed it.
It's okay. You got a bunch of you guys took medicine. We can get this goat back.
www.doesthegoatdie.com.
Doesthegoatdie.com.
This is round 1.
I know. I don't know why these guys are so spicy. Let's see. That takes us
I think
to.
the GM is secretly just trying to kill us.
So,
No, I don't want to kill you guys.
you're killing our spirit.
Oof. All right. So the first of your little mug ruffians runs up. Sees Violet get shanked by this guy, and runs up in a fit of rage to come wail on this guy. And he attacks twice, hitting Stabbing again. Hitting. Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Which also brings us to Piranha. Also enraged. Screaming, Violet! She comes up. Fists flying. Ooh, misses.
She's very upset.
Hits! Takes him out. And for her last action, she kneels down on the ground and begins trying to tend to Violet down here. Braz.
Well, hell, I don't know why we're even here. These people are kicking ass. So I will sneak in between legs here and go to attack 17. Oh, bitch.
Wait,
Sorry,
hold on.
dice roller.
Let me make sure that adjustment I had done. Is that, let's see, you rolled
I
a...
thought that was on 18.
Oh, you're right. That was on the guy that died. Okay, that's right. He was the one that got his armor 8.
It's just time for a new dice color, apparently. Alright, that's my turn.
All right, Maz.
Uh, I'm gonna try acid splash again.
Okay.
That's a no.
Ooh. All right, you still got 2 actions.
I guess in that case, I'm gonna get closer to him, and then I'm gonna use my bladed hoop.
Okay.
That is also a no.
Ah,
Really upset about Violet.
these
I
fucking guys.
am. I felt spiritually connected to her.
Girl, I hear ya.
And I mean, I guess that's my turn because I moved too. So that was
That's, yeah, that's true.
yeah. So that's my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. Grotus.
Grotus will. Man, I don't know these monks all that well.
That's okay.
We'll go into a stumbling stance
Okay.
and then do sorry, I'm looking. Oh wait, I don't know. He's gonna do some attacking.
Okay.
And he'll say, "It was wrong trying to kill that goat."
Nice. Good bit of damage there on those fists.
You are attacking one of our allies.
Oh, really? Oh, it's got the same. Sorry.
Oh,
the
it does
same-
have the same image. Well, we'll say that hit anyways. Let me put the damage on that guy. 1 second.
I'll miss on the third.
Okay.
Grotus, maybe wait until after the fight to have your drink.
All right. This other ruffian runs up in here. Dagger pulled out, also enraged about Violet here. You know, seeing Piranha trying to stabilize him there. Swings. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Okay, so they run up and swing twice. Ugh. Ah, damn. Which brings us back to the top of the round with Grotus.
Grotus will continue raining blows on Human Warrior 17.
A hit. And another. Nice, nice. He's looking a little worse for wear. Oh.
Hey, sorry to interject. I was just looking at the combat tracker. Maz, are you flat-footed?
Oh, is she?
It says affects flat-footed.
Oh, she shouldn't.
I think
Well,
it's because for
if-
some reason I still have a dying on me.
Oh.
If she's flat-footed, then it will add, or it's an effect that adds. It's an if-then. So, like, I believe if the enemy's flat-footed, that will add 1d6 of precision damage on the enemy.
Oh, so she's not flat-footed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it says IFT flat-footed, so I
Okay,
assume that's
sorry.
an
Flat-footed doesn't work like it does in 5e. The way flat. Oh, sorry, I wouldn't want to have any problems with any licensing. Flat-footed doesn't work the way it does in other
Other
systems,
tabletops.
other tabletop systems that massive corporate entities might own. In this system, which may or may not be based on a previous system created by a soulless corporate entity, the way flat-footed works is if an enemy hasn't like moved or been attacked or in that turn, they're flat-footed. Or like if you haven't moved and somebody attacks you, technically you're flat-footed.
Oh, okay.
And then like it's more of a condition. So like what we should be paying attention to that I always forget, too, is like this enemy, Human Warrior 17, is flat-footed to Maz, Grotus, Ruffian 6, and Piranha. Maybe not Piranha, but at least the other ones because they're flanked. So it's not like a flanking bonus, it just makes them flat-footed. But like to
Oh, I see.
Braz, they're not flanked to Braz. There's nobody on the opposite side, or Braz, sorry. Whatever it is.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. Sorry to go off on a rant, but
No, that makes sense.
it's weird and very different from other unnamed system.
Okay.
It's a little confusing, but
Yeah, I can see what they're going for there, though.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So Piranha, she stands up. It looks like she was able to stabilize Violet here.
Thank God.
Thank God. But she's wiping a little bit of tears out of her eyes, and you can tell she's fucking pissed. And she starts swinging at this human warrior here. And let's see. Hits.
Yeah. Get him, girl.
Boom, that's all it took. Just a resounding haymaker from Piranha here. Just knocks the wind out of this guy, and he falls to the ground. She spits on him as he falls to the ground.
Maybe we should change the plan and just let these guys go in because we've literally done nothing. They've already killed 2 people.
Well, that's why you brought friends this time, isn't it? Okay, so after these 2 go down, like these doors to the front of the place are open. Everybody roll a perception check for me and see if you hear anything.
Oh my gosh, come on.
I believe.
Honker comes like honking up. I'm Honker. And he's like peering in.
So Honker, Braz, like you guys are, and Maz, everybody but Grotus, who's a little stumbly. You are kind of looking in here, trying to listen for anything. You don't hear any other commotion or sound of people, running up or anything of that sort. The place is just empty. There's kind of a bit of a cool breeze just kind of coming out of the place since it's a cave, well, carved and lived in. It's not so much a cave anymore, but it's a rock structure cut into the side of a mountain. But yeah, you don't hear anything else. There's just these couple of dudes, it seems. Piranha's tending to Violet over here. She's she's pulled out kind of looks like a health potion, you think, and is administering it to her goat buddy here.
This feels awfully sus.
Yeah. I don't like this.
Grotus, you go first.
Okay. Honker follows Grotus like a lost puppy.
All right, so you guys go in. This
Maz
small.
is gonna walk backwards so she can watch from behind.
So this area here looks pretty much the same as when you guys were here the other day. Like there's that curtain in the back, that green curtain, kind of separating off to the deeper parts of the Hermitage. Currently, it's open, because these guys came zipping out to see what the deal was. You can see behind it, there's the door that you guys, kind of made it through last time. A little bit further down the hallway there is also open, so assumedly they rushed out of that like hallway that you guys were fighting in last time you were here. But in terms of this front area, this all looks pretty much the same as it did last time you were here.
So, do we keep going? Do we set off more explosions?
Looks like the rest of the group's going forward.
Yeah, Piranha steps in like behind you guys, kind of still like kind of patting Violet and making sure Violet's okay, and says, They tried to kill my Violet.
Yeah, let's get revenge.
Grotus then says, "For Violet," and kicks his door open.
Okay. So this room here. Are you guys checking any of these other doors right around here as well?
Shortly thereafter, seeing what Grotus did, Honker does the same thing to the door on the north.
Okay. So these rooms here all seem to be some like simple guest rooms. They all have a single kind of rudimentary looking bed, a desk with a candle, some writing supplies, a chamber pot, a copy of the Gosrin Holy Book, hymns to the wind and waves. You do notice so 3 of these rooms, the 2 northern ones and the southwestern one, like the bed's still made and looks fine. The southeastern one, the one that Grotus opened first, the bed sheets look to be stained with blood. And Grotus, you also notice when you were getting this door open, outside the door, kind of just on the floor off to the side, it looks there were like a couple of wooden shims that looked like they were being used to like hold the door shut at some point. They weren't when you opened it, but at some point, they might have been being used to like hold it shut and keep someone in there.
You think this is where the mayor had been? He was looking pretty bad when we last saw him.
Maybe.
Perona kind of steps up in here and is like, you guys saw the mayor?
Well, we saw him getting the shit beat out of him.
Wait, I thought he and Harlock were friends.
Some friends.
Damn. What the hell's going on at this place?
That's exactly what we want to know.
Come on. And she kind of motions to her dudes that are with her. And they all kind of start going a little further here.
Otis will kick this door open.
All right. So you all pile into this little hallway beyond. Yeah, as you guys are going through the door, you can kind of still see a little bit of blood staining on the floor from where a couple of you died for a little while. The last time you were here.
Maz doesn't remember that.
Happy memories. But there's a door to the south. There's a door to the north, which you recall was where you last saw the mayor getting dragged. And that door now has a few boards that are like nailed up over it. Kind of haphazardly, but they're there. You don't recall them being there last time. And there's also a pair of double doors to the west that they're carved. They're blue and green, some kind of blue and green stone. These double doors to the west that depict kind of a magnificent abstract pattern. It kind of looks like some sort of interpretation of like a tornado and wind and like whirlpools. And the handles on the door are these like green enameled metal leaves with a drop of water, which you recall is the symbol of Gazra. And yeah, that seems to be the noticeable things around here.
Honker knows that a door shouldn't have like boards across it, so he says this shouldn't have boards across it and starts trying to pull them off.
Okay.
Or sorry, this shouldn't have boards across it. We should take them off, guys.
Oh yeah, you have not been using your character voice.
Immersion broken. But now it's restored. Immersion restored. All right. So, you go to pry on these boards. They don't seem to be too well nailed in. Almost like they were just kind of hurriedly rushed up there. So even with your size, you're able to get them out of there without too much difficulty. And the door behind it appears to be locked as well when you try to mess with it.
Hey, I can't open this. Can any of you unlock this door?
Wait, sorry, did he say it was locked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think that would probably be my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think you do have like some thieves' tools or something.
Yeah, I do have thieves' tools.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
Good question. Let me see.
Because we
Say...
used...
Thievery. Right?
Oh, yeah, I think it would just be... Yeah,
oh, okay.
thievery check. Thievery check. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Nice. Okay. So, without too much trouble with the help of your thieves' tools and your know-how of these sorts of things, you are able to pick the lock on this and swing the door open. On the other side, kind of I got pretty much right on the other side of the door. It almost kind of catches on him as you push it open. You find the mayor, Mayor Aber, kind of curled up in a ball, and as he kind of looks up as this door opens, initially with like fear in his eyes, but then he sees your face, Maz, and he's like, "Oh, thank goodness it's you. I wouldn't go much deeper up in here if I were you. These crypts, there's creatures up there. I think they threw me in here to just get rid of me. Do you mind if I step back out into the hall? I don't want to be in here any longer than I have to. You might want to shut the door behind you."
That's fine, but I thought that the dude here was your friend, so why is he beating you up?
So he kind of stands up, and a little weakly, and kind of comes out, kind of bracing himself on the wall into the hallway here where the rest of you are waiting. His face kind of lights up a little bit seeing you all here, you with the other members from town, and as he's kind of getting his bearings here, he kind of turns to you, Maz, and is like, "Well, I mean, as far as I know, Harlock is still my friend, but it was strange. I came here to the Hermitage to meet with him, as I said that I would, and I was immediately imprisoned by these guards, which seemed strange. I don't recall ever seeing, I don't recall this Hermitage ever really having, armed guards before. That struck me as odd, along with the imprisonment. But they threw me, they beat me up and threw me in a room for a while, and nobody really came to see me. I did see that there was someone that looked, he seemed to be in the garb of like a priest of some kind, but he was accompanied by what looked like small flying demons of some kind, which that doesn't make any sense either. The Hermitage is, for years and years and years has worshipped Gazra, and why would they be consorting with demons, especially so openly? But I do not believe that Harlock is behind this. Amongst all of the chatter amongst the guards, as they talked among themselves, I believe they have Harlock imprisoned somewhere in the Hermitage as well. So I don't think he is involved in whatever these goings on are. They must have, someone must have, usurped his position and thrown him away to rot. For what purpose, I don't know, but if demons are involved, well, that can't be good for Averton.
Looking at the mayor,
Mm-hmm.
does he look like he would have been the source of that bloody bed?
Yeah, it does. Looking like he looks pretty roughed up. I mean, like the first time you guys came here, like he was in that front room with those guards, and they were kind of just beating the shit out of him. But yeah, like from the way he looks, you can pretty safely assume that they probably had stuffed him in that room at some point, and then when you guys busted in, they threw him in a little further into these crypts. It sounds like, which I guess are bad news.
Okay.
So we need to go find your friend.
Yes, I mean, if they are holding him anywhere, I would think it's further in the Hermitage. And he kind of points over to these stunning green-blue marble doors. Like there's much more of the structure back in there. They had just shoved me in these crypts. I mean, there's more to the crypts, of course, but again, it sounded like there may be undead creatures in the crypts further in. The guards didn't seem too eager to go in there either. They would only open the door to give me whatever meager scraps that they tossed my way. But yes, I don't know if you'd want to bother with that. Seems dangerous.
I guess we'll see how we feel when we get there.
Well, I mean, if you have any other questions for me at the moment, please let me know. I'm keen to get back into town and away from all of this. I've had me cooped up here for several days.
Well, you don't belong here. Mayors are supposed to be in the town. Why don't you go there? You're not supposed to be here anyway.
Yes, I shall. And please, do what you can to rescue Harlock. I'll be happy to reward you if you're able to bring him back safely. I mean, I'll reward you some anyways for rescuing me, but if you can bring back my friend and find out what's going on, the town will be happy to be rid of whatever dark menace is threatening this hermitage.
We'll do our best, Mayor, sir.
I'll try.
I'm glad to hear it. And so he kind of stands himself up straight and kind of takes a deep breath, winces a bit. But he seems to have enough strength at least to get out of here on his own. And kind of makes his way past you guys through the door and out the front of the hermitage, leaving you guys here in the hall.
Hey, Honker, how about a joke to lift our spirits before we move on?
I'm Honker.
Good one.
And that's the joke. All right. So you guys are all here in the hall. We got door to the north that seemingly leads to a bad time. There's this little door to the south, and then the main doors to the west.
He said his friend was farther in the Hermitage, so that's to the west, right?
Yeah, that's what he would assume. At least from like his description, it sounds like in terms of the Hermitage and the way it's set up, there's the crypts to the north, which I guess some shit's gotten into. And then the main rest of the Hermitage structure is through these doors, yeah.
Okay, well, Doris will come up and open these doors.
Okay. Let's see. This one is... Make sure I have the right thing. Okay. Open. Alright, so Grotus, you open the doors here. And you find yourself in a fairly large room. And Peruana and the others, they all kind of move in here with you guys. Oops. So, this magnificent gallery glows with light. There's some magical spheres that are set in kind of up in the upper part of these pillars. You can see these 8 pillars in the room that are kind of carved in this twisting pattern up to the roof. And at the top are set these glowing lights. The ceiling is about 20 feet above you in here, and the ceiling is painted and with looks like a cloudy, storm-tossed sky. Quite realistic, actually. You almost feel like you're standing outside with how well the ceiling has been painted here. The floor here is covered with a pretty intricate mosaic of tiles that portray the depths of the ocean. And it's got, looks like some coral reefs, seaweed beds, schools of fish. And you see a few corridors that lead away from the gallery. There's one to the north and one to the south, just kind of an open hallway that leads in those directions. And there is a massive bronze double door at the far western end of this room that's sculpted in a also quite impressive diorama of all kinds of fish swimming in the sea and beasts walking the earth and birds soaring in the sky. In here, as you all are kind of coming in here at the far western end, you see what looks to be a priest. He seems like he has different garb than the other dudes that you guys were seeing before. And let me get them on the map here. That did not add them where I thought it would add them.
I blame the dynamic lighting.
There we go. Okay, let me make them visible. And here. Here. Okay. So you like initially when you guys came in, the door here, she was turned away from you and looked to be in the process of some sort of like summoning ritual of sorts. She was kind of standing there doing these motions with her arms, and you see this kind of strange creature come out of the ground. Do you have a picture of these? Oh. Sorry.
Yeah.
It comes out of a body on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, some
Oh,
sort of
that's not
nasty
delicious.
worm creature thing. That's unpleasant. Goddamn.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. But she turns as you guys are all kind of coming into this room, getting a good look of the place, and kind of motions to this thing to attack, and kind of lets out this yell. Everybody, roll initiative. Damn, that's gross.
Everybody get ready for more terrible rolls!
Woo!
Maybe we got him out of our system.
One
Do
can
not
hope.
kill the goat this time.
You're so optimistic.
Okay. So, we start off with, looks like Piranha this time. And so Piranha moves up a little bit. Specifically, she kind of moves over here to be almost protective of Violet a bit.
Good call.
And she kind of raises both of her fists and says, What the hell? Gross trash are you summoning here in our village's temple? That is absolutely abhorrent. Get the hell out of here and leave us alone. And she kind of bravely kind of raises both fists and kind of takes a stance of sorts in the direction of these. The priest gal,
I'm
she...
just imagining her chasing down this creature with like her slipper in hand.
Piranha's got a chancla, and she's
She did
Yeah.
use some very strong language.
All right. So
She got that energy.
So this priest moves back a little, kind of taking cover a bit behind this farthest pillar from you all, and continues kind of directing, kind of motioning at this gross looking thing that she summoned to attack at you guys. The other ruffian, he actually kind of moves up along the side here and kind of takes a little bit of cover behind this pillar here, and he pulls out a. As far as you can tell, it looks to be an empty beer bottle, and he smashes it on the pillar,
Oh fuck
and then throws the kind of sharpened glass, busted end of this bottle at this this weird demonic thing that's popped out of the ground here.
yeah! I love these fucking people.
All right, so
Maz wants them to adopt her.
Yeah, screw this traveling in the circles. Let's just live with them.
and that misses. You're not sure where they're getting them from, but they pull out another one and give it another throw.
I feel like Grotus would be so proud of this person having all these bottles.
Also misses.
Just imagine they've got like a dozen in their prison pocket. They're just whipping out or something. Dude.
All right. See, one of the other ruffians here, he comes up behind his buddy here, and he goes kind of right up. He goes kind of up here right next to Pruana, and he starts kind of pulling out some daggers off his belt, trying to do the same thing, taking a few chucks at this nasty little demon thing. See how we go. A hit, nice. Bit of damage. Chucks another one. Critical. Nice. All right, so this like worm. How big is this thing? Hold on. Well, I mean, I guess we can kind of see how big it is from that image. It's bigger than those things should be. But it's got a couple daggers stuck in it. It's kind of oozing this kind of black purplish stuff out of it, making these kind of weird screeching noises. It's unpleasant. Honker.
Honker he'll do a 2-in-1. He'll say the early bird gets the worm. To inspire courage. This time on Maz. There we go.
Nice.
And his bad joke will do a blistering invective on that fiend.
It fails its save.
Frightened 1.
Okay. What does that do?
Oh, blistering invective. Oh, this is really great. I'm going to alter this a little bit.
Okay.
A heap of bad jokes. Nothing quite like dad jokes spew from your mouth, so devastating and terrible that your foe dies on the inside from your diatribe. Your words deal 2d6 persistent fire damage. And
nice.
if the target doesn't understand, we may have to adjust this a little bit. If the target doesn't understand your language, they gain a +4 to the save. That they speak languages.
Everybody speaks dad jokes.
I mean, I wouldn't say this thing like speaks, but it can understand like language.
It can
for
understand
purposes.
your terrible humor.
That's universal.
Perfect.
That's pretty great. I love that.
So the fire damage, the way that works is it'll hit him and it's persistent. So then
Every turn
on their turn, I don't have this built, and I'll work on building it. It's kind of hard to build out a persistent.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we had to do with that alchemist bombs.
But I'll just roll this manually for now. This round I'll get 5 persistent fire damage.
Okay, let me apply that. Oh wait, that applies on their turn, right? Is that what, or does that apply now?
It will. Yeah, they'll take it.
Oh, they take it, and then on their turn, it ticks.
Yeah, and then it kicks off each time.
Okay, cool, nice. All right, I like it. All right, anything else?
No, that was all 3 actions for.
Cool beans. All right, Maz, you're up.
Okay, so Maz is gonna move right there,
Okay.
which should bring the human priest into my line of sight.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do acid splash.
Okay.
Damn it!
Ooh. I saw that
I'm
roll.
just-
It rolled the one and and then slid. It slid on the one across the table. What was
I'm
that?
just really fucking disturbed.
I mean, I don't
by
blame you,
this
and this hasn't
worm.
even done disturbing shit yet.
Don't say that.
Weird now.
Don't you say that. Why are you saying that?
Well, you'll find out. All right.
I don't wanna.
What else
La
you
la
got?
la 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 la.
What else you got?
I guess.
You can chuck your hoops, can't you?
Yeah.
Kind of
We
like dancer style.
we have a bladed hoop for range.
Okay. Yeah, you can do your kind of dancer style hoop business. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, that hits. Roll them up.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. So you kind of you chuck one of your bladed hoops and kind of this nice, almost kind of boomerang arc around this pillar. Get a good slice in on this priest gal back here, and returns back to you, Grotus.
What's Grotus's speed here?
Oh,
35.
yes, yeah, because he's got monk business.
He does the monk thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So he will run up, stumble up, blah, 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 blah. That's what he's doing when he's stumbling. He goes, blah, 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 blah.
Understandable.
And then he stumble backhands at the priestess.
Oof.
Or priest. Yeah, priestess. And then attacks twice.
Hey, there's a hit.
Second time. Lays that down, and then on doing that, he will use his okay, never mind. That both of them have to hit to do that. Okay, that's his turn.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Violet here. Oh, nice. Okay. So Violet, you see, kind of backs up a bit and kind of lowers her head down to kind of going into a charge. Starts kind of kicking her feet on the ground, and then takes off running in the direction of the priest here. And does that... See, if there's a circumstance bonus, if I remember right, do I just put a +2 in the little modifier box in the bottom left? Is that...
Yeah, for whatever the circumstance bonus is. Yeah, if it says it's a +2 circumstance, you just put 2 in there.
Okay.
But I think, okay, so I tested this out a little bit the other night. Be careful, because for some reason, at least in Starfinder, that modifier stuck. across rolls. It's not self-resetting anymore.
Okay, so I just have to make sure to take
Yeah.
that back off. Okay. So yeah, so she gets going, and then just charges, just rocketing towards this priest here, and
But she's an awesome goat, so she zigzagged through the columns, right?
yeah, I mean she's like
Okay.
like we're thinking like like those like trained dog shows going between the poles, just like
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Okay.
great.
Badass Violet.
Okay. Well, it looks okay. It did apply a thing. Well, it hits nice, and kablamo.
Fuck yeah.
Just smashes into this priest behind here, right in front of Grota. She kind of gets knocked a little bit into the back wall here. And, after kind of smashing, she kind of tosses her head a little bit and kind of makes some happy goat noises. Which brings us to this nasty little fucker. So, this worm thing. So there's this corpse on the ground of just like some dude. You're not really sure who it is or anything. But this worm, like Grotus especially, you see this because you're right here. This worm like rears up and then like dives into this guy's body, like through his mouth. And there's kind of a horrible collection of noises as it sounds, like especially crunching noises, as it sounds like this thing is consuming the interior of its body, including its skeleton. And then you kind of see the limbs of this guy's body almost inflate as this worm demon like shoves itself into its empty body cavity. And it stands up with like the head of the worm like out of like coming out of the guy's mouth.
Go home.
Unpleasant.
He's also on fire.
And it's also on fire. That's right. So it does take, what was it, 5, right?
2d6.
2d6. Okay, it rolls. Okay, 2d6. Let me roll that. Nice, an 8, 2 4s. Let me apply that here. Let's see. So that would take us up to 26. Cool. All right. So this worm-possessed corpse demon, it turns towards you, Grotus, and with its remaining action after doing that whole disgusting business, it tries to swing this guy's fists at you. Let's see, target Grotus. Misses. Seems it still hasn't quite gotten the hang of this guy's desiccated, hollowed out corpse. But it's still disturbing nonetheless. Braz.
It takes practice.
Braz wishes she would have stayed home today and not gone on this field trip.
Yes. Today would have been a really good day to like catch up on my correspondence, clean out my closet. But no, we had to come to the Hermitage. Okay, I'm gonna move so I can see a little bit better. Unfortunately, Violet and Grotus ruined my plans. I was gonna throw a bomb at that lady.
It's okay, you got another dude to throw a bomb at.
Yeah,
And probably the worst thing in the room.
yeah. Unfortunately, because Grotus is within 5 feet of it, he is gonna get some splash damage, but because I'm gonna throw an alchemist fire, but it's only 1, so me.
Well, if I recall correctly from previous discussions about this, and I feel like I remember looking this up in terms of like these, is that like you are able to kind of weave the control of these in some way. Like I feel like I remember looking this up, like because like there was another instance where you were like you just couldn't like do anything because like your peeps were there. And I think we saw that, like, similar to, like, some spells, how you can, like, cast them and, like, specifically not hit your friends.
Well, I have it right here. It says,
Oh, did you? Okay.
if you attack with a spot, if an attack with a splash weapon fails, succeed, or critically succeeds, all creatures within 5 feet of the target, including the target, take the listed splash damage.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe that was something else. Okay.
And then if it's a failure, but not a critical failure, the target will still at least take the splash damage.
Okay. So it's just on okay.
Yeah, but
All right.
so like if I have somebody one of my buddies right next to him, they're within 5 feet, they're still gonna get that splash damage, but it's only one, so it's not really gonna hurt them.
Okay.
Okay, so let me go ahead and see if this works first.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so this has 1d8 fire, 1 fired splash damage,
So yeah.
and persistent 1 fire damage.
Okay, so roll on the 1d8 fire. So that should roll the crit.
That.
Nice.
And then the splash.
Nice.
And then let me put that persistent fire. If I just drag that onto them, that should work, right?
I think if you're targeting them and you click that effect button, since we set it up that way, I think that should apply the effect.
Okay, let's see if it.
Yes, it did. Okay, I see that in their effects list now.
So that should just work now. I don't have to like keep doing it.
I think so. I'll check when it gets to its turn again and see if it does. If all else fails, it's in its effects list, so I can see that it's there, and I can just do it. So
okay, so that is my whole turn.
Cool beans. All right, nice stuff. All right, well that's its turn again. So it takes the one persistent. Okay, it looks like that did not automatically tick it, so I do have to do that. So let's see, 1 from you, and then I guess Honker, you should probably roll these. So go ahead and roll the 2d6 Honker for yours, and we'll get those fire ticks from the two of you applied. There. Did we lose Honker?
Okay.
Oh. Well, I'll go ahead and roll those 2d6. Let's see. We got.
Or did you ask me to roll them?
Yeah. I was gonna have you roll the 2d6 on that.
I was like,
since that's
you're
your
wondering
damage.
why you're being quiet. I must have missed that.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we got another 6 damage on your fire tick. Nice. That brings this up to 42.
I was taking it down.
You're good. All right, so that brings us to it's its turn, and oh, I forgot to do this last time. What is this one? Hold on, let me check. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So that should have been rolled on. Okay, so everybody roll a will save. I should have done this last time. And when it did its inhabit body thing, it has a thing called unsettling movement that makes it so everybody within 30 feet that sees it has to do a will save, because that's disturbing as fuck.
Okay, so when that happens, like when that's triggered, if it's okay, I have a reaction.
Yeah, well, this should have happened last time, so if that should have happened, we'll say that happens too. So what is the reaction you got?
It's counter performance. I see that and recognize that it's horrifying, and I immediately like honk my clown nose, whip out a couple like juggling pins that I have, and just put on like a little miniature performance to try and distract everyone. And
I love it. So
then it allows me to roll I've been waiting for this synergy. Okay, so this allows me to roll a performance check.
Okay.
Then, so I'll roll that.
Okay.
And then it lets essentially that performance check, garbage performance check, would be used as the second die in advantage. So, like our whole team, if they roll worse than a 13, can at least have a 13.
Cool.
And then, as I understand it, when I do this performance, then the enemies that are observing me will trigger on my fascinating performance, and they roll a will save DC against my DC, which is 19, or they are fascinated.
Cool. Okay, so let me roll the wills.
I apologize. I know that was complicated. That was like 3 feats that were all set to trigger off at once.
That's pretty cool, though. Like, who would have thought that some circus tomfoolery would help you guys out against fucking horrific demons? That's pretty great.
I'm Hunker is the best clown. Come to the clown side because we have bad jokes.
I love it. I love it. Okay,
I'd buy
so let's see. That rolled a 26, but she rolled a 16. What's your save?
19. So she is fascinated for 1 round.
Okay, and that was fascinated is like a mild charm sort of thing, or what was that? I can't remember exactly. Let me look it up. Fascinating.
Bringing it up for you real quick. You are compelled to focus your attention on something, distracting you from whatever else is going on around you. -2 penalty to perception and skill checks. You can't use actions with the concentrate trait. Unless their consequences are related to me, because I'm the subject of the fascination.
Okay, so it basically makes it so that like it's almost like a pull aggro on her in a way,
yeah, kind
and
of.
Grotus and Violet up here can beat the shit out of her without.
Yeah, she's going to be paying attention to me for a while.
That's cool. That's really fucking cool. I like that. All right. So, anyways, that should have happened last time. But now, horrible demon worm dude tries to bite at Grotus, like the worm part coming out of his mouth. Tries to bite at Grotus. Critical miss on that one. It uses the arm of the dude. It like reaches down and like tries to grab like the longsword this guy had off of his belt. Tries to swing with that at Grotus. That one hits, dealing a bit of damage to Grotus there, and that brings us to. Oh, it did. It did roll the persistent damage.
Well, that came from.
That was from.
That was from the thing you guys made, yeah.
Interesting.
So it rolled a flat check, which makes sense.
Interesting.
I think, and then it rolled the persistent fire damage. Nice.
Cool.
That's cool. Okay, well, I guess that does work. I wasn't sure if that would, but I guess it does. That's neat. All right, Pruana here. She. Let's see. How far is this away from 30? Okay, she doesn't quite have enough speed. But she runs up here, kind of fists out as fast as she can. Well, actually, she runs. She runs, so she uses 2 actions and runs up here to be with Violet. And tries to throw. Oh, damn.
Nice.
Fucking Piranha, man. She
We got those
throws one hard and fast at this priest here. Just comes running. Violet comes charging up. Piranha comes charging up. Bam. I mean, easy to hit, I guess, since she's distracted by little clown show down here at the other end of the hallway. Just bam, pow, right across the face. A nice hefty 9 damage onto the priest here. So the priest is fascinated. And so, let's see. What can we do here with her? I guess this would be... Does that fascinated thing... Does that have like a... Is that a mental... Does that have a mental trait at all? Like what is that?
It's just a condition, and
It's
it doesn't
just a
say that it
condition.
has a mental trait.
Okay, so that
No.
wouldn't apply. Then that... Okay, so... Yeah, I guess she would probably just try to go towards you.
It says like, so here's what it also says this.
Okay.
You can't use action with concentrate unless they're directed at the subject. For instance, you might be able to use seek or recall knowledge about the subject, but you likely couldn't cast a spell targeting a different creature. The condition ends if the creature uses hostile actions against you or any of your allies. So that would have ended when she took a hit the next time.
Oh, okay. So the getting socked by Piranha knocked her out of it. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't read that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would have. She's not fascinating. I'm only so cool right now.
That makes sense, though. That she could get like kind of smacked out of it. Okay. All right. So she tries to retaliate at Piranha here. Then, with this trident she's got, hits. Wounding Piranha here. And she also tries to stab at Grodus. Oh, I think we... Oh yeah, we lost Newt. Mute her so don't have to hear that.
Nice.
Oh, she's out. All right. Okay. So, Mrs. Grodus, and kind of in a fit of rage, she turns and tries to stab at Violet for her last action.
No.
It's okay. She rolled a 1.
Oh, thank God.
Critical miss. Honker.
Honker will say, "Why are priests called father?" And then as he uses, and then he'll say, "Because it's too suspicious when you call him daddy."
Fuck.
Because it's such a terrible joke, this will inflict phantom pain on the priest.
All right.
A success on that one.
Okay.
Will just take some damage. It's such a bad joke. They'll take.
Oh, it's such a bad joke. She died.
Bad priest joke kills the priest.
Bad humor.
Damn.
And then with my other action, I will say, I know you have the energy to continue this fight no matter what, Maz. And I'll use Inspire Courage on Maz.
All right. All right. That brings us to one of our mug thugs here. So he dashes up here. Wait, does he need to dash? How far was he away? He was there.
All the quick getting so close to these enemies.
All right, he goes around here, and he pulls out his daggers as well, and tries a couple stabs with those. Once, misses. Twice, hits. Nice. Dealing a good slice onto this worm-infested dude. He's not looking too... I mean, the dude wasn't looking too hot as it was, but what you can see of the worm coming out of him doesn't look too hot either. Which brings us to Maz. Let me see. Hey, Maz. Nope. All right.
Roll on our hands here.
Yeah, once we finish this combat here, we might call that a good spot since we're already missing Crotus, and now Moss is out. So at least we got through a couple things and got into the midst of this place. But Moz, let's see, what do we got for Moz? Let's see. All right, Moz is gonna move it. Well, no, Moz wouldn't move up. We're gonna keep Moz right there and try some hoop action on this worm-infested dude. Try to finish this thing off here. Bam, one. Whoo!
Nice.
Getting all the criticals. That was like what, third or fourth time this fight. Here's all the rolls.
These are critical.
And she's asleep for him.
Damn. Ooh. Well, took him out. Got critted him to sleep, and that takes him out, which leads us here. So with the death of these two, you guys are standing here, and this worm creature kind of it almost kind of withers up and like turns to ash, like inside this guy and like out of his mouth, and he just kind of his corpse kind of falls to the floor. Pretty deflated looking, since the worm literally ate his insides. The door, the bronze door at the western end of the room here, all these animals and things that are on it, these fish, these beasts, and things like that, they turn and look at you.
Oh God.
And in kind of an unearthly chorus of voices, they speak. Corruption has shut this door, but that cannot keep us out. Cleanse these halls of the corrupted that infest it, and we will open this door for you. Or, if you are one of the chosen of the wind and waves, then you may enter. And after they deliver this message, the beasts kind of return to their original form.
Well then.
So the Hermitage seems to be somewhat aware of what's going on inside of it, somehow. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll call it there. A little early, but since it's just two of you guys right now, that's a good.
Okay,
That's a
pretty
good.
awesome
That's a good
battle.
stopping spot, I think. So, let me see if there's anybody else on I can send people to. Let's see. Send them to your. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys later in the month. We'll see if Grotus is feeling up to it then, or if they're still out, but they'll keep on trucking in this place.
Cool.